So today I did something crazy. I placed a flag in front of my veranda. My veranda faces my street. And me doing that today makes me the first person in my street to put a flag in front of the veranda. In fact, in front of the building for passers-by to see. Now I want to share with you how it felt. I want to share with you how I overcame the resistance that I thought that people would give to me for doing something like that. So stay tuned. My name is Joshua Francis and this is the Think Podcast. You're welcome. You're welcome to the show. So just in case you haven't followed, just in case you haven't subscribed, please make sure you do just that. And give me the like button if you like this and give me the comments. So let's talk about it. So I placed a flag in front of my house and I thought about it while I was lying down. I said, what would actually happen if I placed a flag in front of my house for passers-by to see? It'll be really fun. It'll be really great. Really interesting to do something like that. My sisters called it patriotism, and whatever the name might be for doing something like that, because they claim that it's not something that is common. It's not something that everybody does. In fact, if you walk down the street, and not just my streets, but a lot of streets, most especially in a country like Nigeria, it's not something that everybody do. It's not something that people feel like it's necessary for them to do. Before you have to do something like that, you must have you can either be supporting your country or you're going against your country, whatever the reason why someone might do that. But it's not something that is common in the society, in the community where I live in. So I decided to do something like that. And some of the resistances that I felt, let's talk about it. The first one was that the resistance that in my mind, what would people say? What would people that are passing by would say? They would say, I know a lot of the bad blood that a lot of people in Nigeria have tasted. The economy, it's not so great. The health sectors, lots of industries, they're not so great. The roads, not so great. The governance, the leadership, it's not top notch. It's not the best in the world. But a lot of people are going by and the struggle is real. How people struggle to make ends meet, it's not funny. These things are real. And I thought about these things and the bad blood that they have tasted from 2020 and from our recent President Muhammadu Buhari, and some of the things that they have felt, the recession, the inflation, and lots of things, the economic downturn. These are really great, very difficult times for a lot of people. So it makes people feel a little bit resentful when you talk about Nigeria. When you speak of the subject that Nigeria is a great country, there is this thick resentment in people's mind, and it affects their countenance. It affects their speech. Their mind has a notion of bitterness, and this nation is gone when you speak of something. So when someone comes and starts speaking of the language of patriotism, people don't understand that language in this environment where I live, most especially in this environment. I don't know of other environments, but I know of this one. People don't understand the language of patriotism. They don't understand the language of looking forward for the future. They don't understand the language of this country could be better. Let's pray. They don't understand some of these languages. And I don't blame anybody. A lot of people have faced real challenges, and a lot of them came out of those challenges, and it wasn't easy for them. The experience was a little bit bitter, and because of that, their resentment, pervades to other things. It can pervade to whatever someone might say about their country. It might pervade to whatever someone might do about their country. And the action that I wanted to take wasn't an action that everybody in the community takes. It's going against the norm. It's riding against the tide. And it's something that would invite a lot of resistance, would invite a lot of arguments, a lot of friction, and things like that. So I thought about that. I thought about what people say. And normally you would think of, as an innovator, as a great man, as a passionate being, as someone that is moving forward, you shouldn't think about what people say. I understand your points, but I'll tell you that the pressure of the economy, the pressure of the environment is really strong. And if you're a tough man, you have to overcome it. It doesn't mean that it's there and you're immune to it. You can't be immune to it. But you have to develop a certain level of resistance that you can overcome it. A certain level of power that you can overcome it. So that power to overcome it is what I'm trying to share with you guys. That I felt that resistance. I felt that strong power And it was really overwhelming. It gave me anxiety within me that what would people think? How would people think about it? How would people approach this? Why did a person by seeing the flag? What would they say? How would they discuss about these things? And it was really serious. For sometimes I didn't feel too right. I didn't feel too well because I was thinking about it. But I decided to take my mind off it and let's just go about it. So one of the things that I believe, for the first point, which is the anxiety that I felt, that helped me to overcome it, was that I shared that vision with other people. I told my dad, I shared it on WhatsApp with my friends. I said that I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to put a flag in front of my building for passersby to see. That was the vision. And I shared it with them. And because I have shared it, there is an obligation on me that you have shared this vision. People are going to ask you about it and you have to fulfill it. You have to get it done. So that, I think, when you have a vision, if you want to put yourself in a position where you are obligated to fulfill that vision, then you have to tell other people. You can't hide it. You can't keep it alone in your heart. There is every tendency for you to make an excuse. There is every tendency for you to say, I can't do it. No one is having an eye over you. No one is giving you supervision. And if no one is giving you supervision, then you can very easily make excuses. So I shared it on the social platform. I told my dad. I told my siblings. I told everybody. So I told my dad, and my dad helped me. He helped me to get a rod. He helped me to get, the stand for the flag. He helped me to get some materials. It's kind of his job. So he helped me to get some of the materials, welded some things and brought it back home, said, this is the prototype for what you might, need to put it out there. And it was really exciting. I didn't pay for the rod. It's my dad. He did it for free. So it helped me a lot, sharing my vision with other people, and they helped me in achieving that vision. So that was the first resistance that I felt, the anxiety of what people would say, the anxiety of what people would do. And how I had to overcome that to make sure that I fulfilled the vision was by sharing the idea with other people and by putting myself in a position that I know that someone will ask me of this. What about that thing you said? What about this thing you said that you would do? How come you gave up on it? What really happened? I placed myself on another level of pressure. One pressure was on me. I had to place myself in another level of pressure that can counteract the pressure that was already on me. The inner drive in me could not do it. At that point in time, I have to confess, the inner drive in me, or the willpower in me, could not do it. So by wisdom of wherever it came from, I had to come up with an idea with the pressure from another end of life to counteract the pressure of the society that was already from me, the pressure of what people would say that was already on me. And that counteraction created a balance, and I was able to do it. It sounds like a great idea to me, and I think it could help somebody out there. Alright guys, so I think that that's a great idea for anybody who would love to find something in a way to overcome their challenges, to overcome whatever pressure that is on them. It helps to use an analogy of science to find another pressure that can counteract the pressure that is on you. Something strong enough that can overcome the force of the existing pressure that is already on you. So to create a balance so that you can keep on standing, you can keep on moving forward, and you can achieve that vision that you're very set out to achieve. So thank you very much for listening. And this is the Think Podcast. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share with your friends. And make sure you follow. You can visit my website on netintui.com, netintui.com. Netintui.com is a microblogging platform to share great ideas with other people. And thank you very much, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.